What's up, YouTube? I'm back for now. Where I last left off was right here. Sorry I had to cut it short. I was trying to get a hold of somebody about something. So, shall we continue? The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days?
Nah, true.
If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here. Huh? How do you know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know...
You're wrong.
Yeah.
She denied me before I could even say anything.
What the heck is wrong
Come
with
on.
you?
I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? True.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Nope.
No,
That's wrong.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Don't be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When
True.
examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Yeah.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
What happened last night? Oh.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me, I can't think of anyone else besides the mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. It should be obvious. Yeah, it should be. Monokuma file number 5. I don't think
You
that's
never
what's
saw
gonna
their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attacker.
Oh? And what? Is it the right hand or the left hand?
Ooh, it's the right hand, isn't it?
Shoot!
You never saw there, so you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Am I supposed to
You're
use
wrong.
that?
There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the right or the left hand?
There we go.
No, that's wrong! Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
Yeah.
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Someone else, like who?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Showing us. Showing us what?
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
And what is that? What's up, viewer? Before anyone could say anything. Oh, that hand though. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind. ...
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
No, you don't.
Not at
You
all.
wanted to hurt
You can
her
say
feelings.
whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
Yes,
You're not going to
that
tell
is
us she was
true.
already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
No.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Come on.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
I know where. There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored.
I got
But
it!
the biolab.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Yeah.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have
Yes.
no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden was something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. Let me guess, it's the tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is... the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Yeah, it says
Holy
biolab.
cow! How'd you notice that tiny little
Hey,
thing?
James.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
Where's Maki? Maki needs to be in this one.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
Everyone needs a little Maki in their life.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's because it was consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Oh, she got you.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room.
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Yes, hero.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a
Oh, my.
child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
Hey,
about...
by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What? Why are you bringing that? Why are you bringing that
Don't
up
tell me
now?
you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Yeah, that's what I said. Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
Kamaru Nayagi. Oh, Kamaru. I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar. And then I remembered, oh wait, that's his sister. I forgot about that.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
That's because you're close to unmasking the mastermind. ... Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want him to shut up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Oh, not this again.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! 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 What? What do you want? I'm not listening!
Oh, no, wait.
This should prove it. The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
True.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
True.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10 lights.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
Because think of all the people that died. First you had Sayaka, and then Leon got executed. Then it was... who was the second one? Oh, then Junko got
That's
executed.
simple. Just recall
Yeah.
who's died here so
Okay,
far,
I think
and
they're
it
gonna
should
explain
become
it.
clear.
That's right. The key... that's the key to solving this mystery. Oh, Sayaka, how I miss you so much. You were always my favorite. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, and Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Because Someone probably pretended to die that didn't actually die. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Only 9 murders took place. The mastermind destroyed a body. The same person was killed twice.
A gun! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
Murdered and murdered again.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Right.
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
No
It was
problem.
Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
Yes.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
Easy. I
All
know
you
who.
have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
No, she's not. What about that one thing? Oh, yes. What about that one thing, Makoto?
Who is this someone else that
What's up,
Mukuro was
Riot?
killed as?
Welcome to the stream.
Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Makoto's lie,
Chihiro
isn't it?
Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Celestia, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Oh, shoot. I was supposed to do the
Who
murder
is
twice
this?
thing.
Was it Sayak Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestia, or maybe... No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Oh. They changed their name.
Who
Thanks
is
for that.
this
Now I'll
someone
know
else
who it is.
that Mukuro was killed at? Was it Junko Enoshima?
It was that.
No, wrong. Junko.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
The spears?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body.
Junko.
When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
Wait a minute, Riot. How do you know people pleaser?
That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Yes.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
That's true.
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yes.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
No, you stupid. They're not the same person. They just pretended to be the same person.
Wait, so then...
Oh.
Yeah, what does it all mean?
It means that there
I
haven't
get it.
been 10 victims,
You were saying
but
that
9.
Riot.com is now your name. Okay. Well, what's up, people pleaser?
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Or, I mean, Riot.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Yes, that's
Who
the
is
true
it?
identity
Who's
of the
behind all
mastermind.
this?
We just said it's
We already
Junko.
know the answer to that.
No.
It's Mukuro.
It's not Mukuro.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
No.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No, you're not right. What the heck is going on with my video? Are you serious that whole time that video wasn't? Well, I gotta leave this video here. I'll see you guys till in the next video. Don't forget to like if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like the video. And until next time, peace.